The Ultimate Universe has come to an end. Allegedly, supposedly, maybe,
Probably.
possibly. Who knows? We did get a finale this week, but we'll see how true that is as we go along. We've got we've got a big show for you guys tonight. We're talking what, 7 different books,
Count them.
and we've got 3 pals, which is a beautiful thing.
I'm back.
We had just the one pal for the last live stream, and that was an interesting affair. We've got Marco,
Celsius.
Tyler.
I'm glad to say I wasn't fully replaced by one of the bigger comic book YouTubers out there.
Well, what did you do? How did that happen?
What?
Never mind.
My hat?
Nope.
Okay. Found it in my car.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, so we're talking. Oh yeah, and I'm Sean. We're talking Ultimate Endgame #5. We're talking Ultimate Universe finale #1. Captain America #12. Absolute Wonder Woman #21. Absolute Superman 20. Superman 39. And last but not least, Flash 34. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
And I think it's a spoiler.
Ooh.
Huh.
My prediction is that all 3 of us will have different pick of the weeks today. That's my prediction.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
All
Interesting.
Right, so Sean didn't like Superman. Okay.
I have been
said what?
flip-flopping. I have been flip-flopping.
I'm solid.
You're solid,
I'm
huh?
solid. Like this week, I'll give you a spoiler right now. I'm not passing on anything in this stack. Everything is pulled. Everything's pulled.
Okay.
But,
same.
Oh wait, no, that's not true. That's actually not true. I'm passing on one book.
I'm passing on your own shit straight.
I'm passing on one book.
All right. Well, now the chat has to guess who it is.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys want to get into it? You want to start with
let's kill it. Let's end it all or not.
Do it up.
Ultimate Endgame #5. This was written by Dennis Camp with art by Jonas Scharf and Terry Dodson. Dodson doing the colors for himself, Scharf doing the inks for himself, Corey Pettit on the letters, Edgar Delgado on the colors, Rachel Dodson on the inks for Terry, as you would imagine. So there isn't much left for this series to do other than defeat the Maker, or not. And that's really what the crux of this issue is. It's all hands on deck, all the remaining Ultimates trying to stop the Maker's machinations, and then there is still a little outside the dome stuff left for Terry Dodson to do regarding really a fight between Scarlet Witch and Captain Britain is the crux of what we get in the outside the dome stuff. And in the dome, there are sacrifices made. There are, twists and turns. There's a Wolverine and a Phoenix pop up. There's a lot that does happen, but ultimately it's just, let's beat the Maker, and they do. And the heroes win the day. And that's that. Tyler, why don't you start us off? What did you think about Ultimate Endgame 5?
So Ultimate Endgame, I haven't really been caring much for. I think that's there's video evidence for all of this. I think I've been here for everyone. That being said, this issue I kind of liked. I kind of liked it. Couple things jumped out to me. I think Jonas Scharf is actually very good. I kind of bagged on Jonas Scharf during Ultimate Invasion, Miles Morales World Tour. Didn't care for much there. But here, once he's dealing with the Maker, he's dealing with the Maker as this giant friggin' tree thing and all of that. And it is really just the final phase of an MCU movie. It's all our heroes versus a kaiju. Let's be real. I think it's well rendered and well drawn. It's dirty. It's kind of cartoony. I really dug it. But this was kind of like a Doom focus issue. Like, I think the issue with the Endgame previous to this is that it really couldn't focus in on much, because it had to tell all this, but it really focuses on Ultimate Doom here, and I finally see what Camp was trying to do with Endgame. I think this kind of put the bow on the present for me, and the message being that, like, the future isn't set. We can change our future. That continues the themes that he was doing in Ultimates proper. And I think it wasn't until issue 3 that I started really seeing those pieces fall together. And I really like the idea of, like, in Ultimate, what was it? Was it Invasion, Sean, the original Hickman thing? In that, we always knew Kang would be around, and it was kind of like the future of Iron Lad was there. And I like how this is just like, no, yes, that was there, but that doesn't have to be it. Our future is not like it's set in stone. And I really like that message, because I think that continues that hopeful optimism that Camp has been doing. And maybe it also helped because having a little copium in the New York City primaries. But, I think it's a good timing for a very Camp message. And I enjoyed that. I did not care for the Terry Dodson art. I still don't think it really fit this book. But it was cool to see him it felt like he did land the ship for the event.
I'm gonna agree. I do think that he lands the ship here. That Camp was able to. Let me back up. I was worried that we were gonna really head into. We're gonna wrap everything up in a very tight bow. It's going to be accelerating into the end, and I was actually surprised. I felt like by the end of this, I got something out of the characters and the moments. I think, yes, Doom got a second to shine. I don't think he was the focus as much Tony was, because he was the one sort of also narrating from the Kang perspective. But I do think that Doom got his happy ending. A good chunk of all of this story has been how impacted Doom has been by all of this. And so uh for him to get a resolution in this way and to land the plane and it be this sort of hopeful happy ending, I actually appreciate it. I thought that it would be a little doom and gloom, and actually we beat the bad guys at the end of the day. We sort of have a better way forward, and I think that that's something that can sometimes be, it could be a little cheesy for wrapping up an event, but I think Camp did a pretty good job. I will second the Jonah Sharf art being extremely strong. I thought it somehow improved over the course of this event.
Yep.
It got a little more precise, a little more exact in what he wanted to represent. And I've always been kind of loose on the Terry Dodson art. I think Dodson's done a lot better work, but there's just not a lot going on in the backgrounds. Even the character models are very simple. Feels like he's kind of rushing his way through, personally. And yeah, honestly, I was surprised in the way that it resolved itself. I I liked how by the end of it, Doom relied on his past to help resolve his future, and that is with the powers of all of the Fantastic Four, and ultimately, beating himself, kind of coming to terms with himself.
Okay. So I'm out first because this was my pick of the week.
No
so.
fucking
No, I thought so.
way.
Marco, the
What?
third was his as well.
Oh.
This was unbelievable. I thought this was so well written. There were multiple lines of dialogue that just shredded me. And really, if you think about, well, I guess from the way I'm thinking about it, this is part 3 of the Doom story.
Mhm.
We had
Yep.
issue 4,
Yeah.
issue 17, and this. And if you read those together, this is a full story for this one character, Doom,
Yeah.
who by far was served the best by this whole Ultimate Universe. The most character development, the most like intrigue, the most emotional investment was with him. And so for me, the character that I came away caring the most about, him having the the crux of this issue, I love that. I was eating that up.
He has the only full character, or like full on character arc, or beginning, middle, and end, like the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, and his lines of dialogue, you can really just feel how much it matters to Dennis Camp to write this character, and for him to be, because Dennis Camp is basically using him as, in my mind, a representation of a person who's living under thumb of a world that they've had no hand in making, a world that they never had any agency in. Every second almost of this dude's life has been ruled by the maker. And I love seeing him get his get back right here. Yeah.
I just want to continue the Doomstar part of it, because I knew this would be your pick of the week once the negative white Fantastic Four character showed up again to fight the Maker in Doom's mind.
I was like,
oh, Sean Page. Yep.
I love, if I could own that page, dude.
Yeah.
That, and I never care about owning pages, but when Thing cracks him in the head.
Yep.
Oh my God. And then a few pages later, when he dies, when Doom dies, and his death is represented as him being whited out.
Yep.
Because he's with his people, and then they're not whited out for a bit, and everyone else is.
Yeah.
Oh my God. When he says, it's hard to even look at this page. He goes, Sue, and then his mask falls off, and he says, "Oh, I didn't think I would get to," and that's it. And then it's them hugging. Like, it's hard. It's hard for me to even look at that. It's very emotional.
And I think that's where Dodson's art works the best too. I think Dodson is better at these quieter moments rather than the giant action scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
But I think Doom's arc is also the story of the book. Sean said it best. He's a guy that had no control in his destiny, right? He's being controlled by the guy controlling everything. In every step and every move, Doom had no idea whether or not he was actually doing it or not. And that's the whole idea that Camp's kind of going with, like this younger generation of the Ultimate characters kind of fighting back against the powers that be and the things that control their own narratives, and they're reclaiming their narratives for themselves.
And I go a little further, because we've seen this whole story for these 5 issues that the Maker's in the mind of Doom. And so in a sense, and the Maker is Doom, right? Like, they're both Reed Richards. In a sense, Doom's worst enemy is himself. And he beats himself. He beats the version of himself. He beats the version of himself that's in his mind, telling him, "You're worthless. You're not good enough. You think about killing yourself 100 times a day." That's the version of himself that he defeats. And for me, that was a message of, this world is going to infect your mind. It's going to try to make you assimilate to it. It's going to try to kill you. It's going to try to make you want to kill you. And beat that. That's how we fix this world, is by beating that. Because the old people, they're all going to die. We're the ones who are going to perpetuate the things that we don't like about this world. Some of us will be complicit. And Doom is saying, I won't be.
I had taken that transition from being in the universe to the white silhouette as like a phase transition, right? Like, he dies, but he managed to get back home, right? Like, in defeating his, I guess, like, negative or evil self, he has managed to find a way back home, and that's where he can finally rest.
And also all displayed through the Fantastic Four, which is the first family of Marvel. Like, the Fantastic Four is Marvel Comics. So seeing that story told within the lens, like that, within the lens of like the most titular Marvel characters. I think it was really well done. It's a good choice.
I have so many good things to say about this issue. I really do. The Jonas Scharf art was excellent all throughout. I've been a fan of the choice to bring him on since day one because of the since we knew what this book was actually going to be and saw that the maker's just this fucking tree. Like Jonas Scharf really drew the hell out of a disgusting tree for 5 issues. And watching him expand himself and his teeth moving around in his mouth and, just taking up more space and more space, I thought that was all really cool and well done. I popped hard for Phoenix and Wolverine's appearance here. And
That's
then
all
Wolverine,
it was, though.
well, yeah, it was really just that. I like seeing them face off with Carnage, though.
Sure.
I thought that was cool. Look, this issue doesn't have enough space to do everything it needed to do. Realistically.
Yeah.
Why Scarlet Witch and Captain Britain were the focus of the dome stuff, I have no clue.
I actually think there's a reason for that. They were the next generation, and this is after Cap's death. So they are taking up the I guess not mantle, because they don't actually pick up the shield. I think it's Hawkeye that picks it up in the finale. But they are taking that idea and avenging the good people that helped lead the way for them and guide them. And it's almost like a changing of the guard a bit.
I can see that. I guess my issue is that we didn't develop a care for them. And so I feel like there's multiple moments throughout this series where it's kind of like we're being served characters who we don't necessarily have a relationship with. Like, when was the last time we spent time with these two? I genuinely can't remember.
Yeah. Or the one instance in the issue with Daredevil, like who had a cool sequence. That was kind of rad, where the panel started closing in, the cosmic hypercube.
Yo, bro, that was insane.
I like that a lot.
That was Camp being a little cheeky with it, which I didn't mind.
It was. Yeah, it was. And then the haven't we all had enough of this cutesy fourth wall breaking shit? Like, all right, I get it.
Meanwhile, the book literally starts with that.
Yeah.
Like Tony's whole speech, well, Tony and Kang's, it's very, very meta. Very meta. There's a particular line that stood out to me. Was it in this one or was it in finale?
I'm having trouble. Yeah, I'm having trouble kind of.
It may have been in finale, but it's Tony saying essentially like, hey, I know that you're not all happy with how things are ending, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Well, let me bring up this super chat here from Matt Cosmo by Buck saying, mentally replace all mentions of the Maker with Marvel, and this reads like a meditative, angry autopsy of the Ultimate line by Camp. In my honest opinion, is it just me?
I don't know if I would say angry autopsy. I think that's probably a lot. I think the Maker's characterization is highly in line with just who the Maker has been. And I think that, Marvel, like Dennis Camp writing the Maker, look, the whole thing feels meta. The whole thing feels meta. And there have been pokes at meta all throughout. From the first issue of Ultimates, I've been pointing this out. Do I think that it's Dennis Camp condemning Marvel? No. I think Dennis Camp's perspective is probably what he posted today, which is that he loves the opportunity that he got to do this. Do I think that there's a part of this that is condemning maybe comics, maybe a conversation about comics and the nature of the universes and things like that? Yeah, but I don't think that's explicitly about Marvel.
Yeah. If anything, I think he's hopeful about the condition, and we'll get to it in finale. But I think he sees a really bright light. Peter Parker's back, the heart of Marvel Comics.
I had an issue with that.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
because just alive.
Doom is like, all right, I could do one more thing. He brings Peter back. Meanwhile, Captain America's head's still cut off. He's like, well, fuck that dude. Who was his teammate?
Yeah, I guess Spider-Man had kids, but they don't say that. Like they don't. That's not made apparent. I don't know that Doom even cares about that.
Yeah. I thought that
Yeah.
was a little. I mean, we'll talk about it in finale, but I thought that was a little much. I was like, come on.
Yeah, that didn't fly for me.
And I guess the only other thing too is like, I know the Maker had to be this giant big thing for everyone to fight, but I do kind of wish there was a little more of just like human Maker, you know?
The problem with that is that human Maker's not threatening physically.
He is to Doom in that one sequence, but it's all internal.
No, I mean like to the characters that are here,
Oh, sure.
he
sure.
can't. He can't fight them like that. So I'm fine with it because of that fact. But the way he's used in Doom's mind, kind of making Doom his physical um inside the world representation by being in his brain, I thought that was really clever by Cam.
Hmm.
No, Marco?
I don't know. I don't want to think about it too much because I felt like, all of a sudden he got the powers of the Fantastic Four and that's how he beat him. They have all these powers cosmic involved. They have all of these, super people, and it just took some fire and a bit of force field and stretchiness to get the job done.
It was more than that, though. It was like Doom had these powers. He was just hiding it. He had
Sure,
been
but
experimenting himself, but also like he knows who the Maker is because it's him. So he knew how to get to the core. And he was also fighting the Maker on like a mental way. So like there was more, I think there was more to it than that.
I interpreted this as mostly a I mean, everything Tyler just said is true, but I interpreted this as a victory that was won in Doom's brain.
like an
That
emotional victory.
yeah, the fight he was having inside his mind with the Maker and the Maker getting beaten inside of Doom's mind, I think was the blow.
Mhm.
Maybe not. Maybe I think it's all the blow, but like that was the emotional core of it.
Yeah. Like made the difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's my interpretation.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, yeah, man. I mean, the other thing I kind of wish is that the book had like a few more pages because it ends just like, all right, it's over. And I know we're
And
supposed to go read finale, but the way finale is broken down, you don't get a whole team sort of watershed moment where you get to breathe. This book doesn't breathe.
yeah, very much. And the day is saved thanks to the Ultimates.
And it's all by Terry Dodson, who did maybe an issue's worth of books for the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
honestly, if it was like a Phil Noto page,
Oh God.
I know, but like that's the guy who was doing the emotional
I would
bits
have
of
loved it.
this, you know?
I would have
Oh, I
loved it.
see. I see. Okay. There would have been continuity there.
Yeah.
I got you.
Pick of the week.
Pull. Pull for
Pull.
me.
Yeah, pull.
I
Surprising
know
pull.
I know a lot of people are disappointed. I know a lot of you wanted me to come here and shit on this, but that's just not how I felt about it, And I haven't been as angry about this series as everybody else. So
That doesn't
I think
mean you might have thoughts on the Ultimate Universe as a whole.
Oh,
that's separate. Two separate things.
Separate. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Separate
got
but
thoughts
equal.
about this bad boy.
Oh, there's the pass.
I
Okay.
got thoughts. I got
Oh,
thoughts, but let's see what your thoughts are. Let's see how you guys landed in the poll. Didn't buy or read 39%. Oof.
damn.
Poll 29%, pass 27%, pick of the week 5%. I'm in there. I'm in there with y'all. It's probably one person.
It was you. You voted.
I never do. I never do. Dan Melvin says, longtime listener on Spotify for over a year. Just wanted to say, Sean, you killed it last week on your own, finally getting to catch a YouTube live. Well, thank you for that. And thank you for coming and hanging out with us live on YouTube. I really appreciate that. I love the fact that we've got Spotify listeners. I feel less connected to our podcast only people.
Yeah.
How do I connect with you? What could we be doing to connect better with you?
Yeah, our pod only fans.
Huh?
That felt deliberate.
Hmm?
Right. Uh-huh. Uh Catfish says, I think I'm too high and voted didn't buy. Well, that rhymed. So maybe you're so high that you're rhyming.
But like,
Spitting bars.
did you buy it though? That's the question.
Definitely bought different covers for both. Fire.
Nice.
That's what's up. Banksy Main says, even I was surprised that Camp was able to pull so much out of me for this ending, especially after the last issue, which I wasn't feeling at all. I was really down on 4.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of a surprising to see an event book have an ending that I actually like. It's usually the opposite. You know, it's usually I'm hype at the beginning and then it's just diminishing return. This is almost the inverse, really. I didn't really care much for it until it kept going and I saw what Dennis Kemp was really doing. That I started to like it.
Yeah. Agreed.
I enjoyed every other issue of this.
Okay. I actually like issue 4 because when Cap gets slice of diced.
Dan says we should do polls on Spotify like we do here. Okay. We can look into that. I didn't know you could do polls on Spotify.
I think you could only do like one poll, but I guess with Pals polls, we could do like, hey, pick of the week out of the 5 or whatever. I got to see how many options it gives you.
Yeah.
It's pretty limited, I think, but
it's a little bit. Yeah.
David Comics Art says, I'm here. I made it live. It's been a while. Loved the Canetti interview. Thank you. Really, the credit goes to Tyler because you may or may not be able to tell, but the audio quality of that interview was brutal. Not because of us, but because every time that Eric said something, the PA system was going off. And, it has to happen, but that shit was blaring, and Tyler managed to salvage something that I thought was unsalvageable. So
it was the voice of God was speaking over Eric the entire time.
According to him, it was Sean.
Cole disappointed. Cole says book made me more annoyed each issue. Okay.
Oh,
that's fair.
Interesting.
Valid. We did not and are not covering X-Men Outback, Dan. Sorry about that.
Unless it comes with a bloomin' onion, not interested. Bloomin' onions are so good.
I am a week away from a blooming onion, and I fucking need it.
You have a planned Outback? Get it?
Yes. I need Outback.
You taking a trip to Outback?
Well, I'm taking a trip to Michigan, but really I'm going for Outback. So yes.
Gotcha. All right.
Schlepping it.
Hell yeah.
You get the ribs or you get a steak? Oh, never mind.
I actually go both. I go both ways with that. So
here first.
Listen, you never know what might come out of my. It's June. I go both ways with that. I can get the ribs. I can get the steak. I love it all. So I'm by when it comes to Outback.
Get the bone or the meat.
I get the I get the bone. I get the bone. I go bone in.
Bone in.
Oh man, let's talk about Ultimate Universe finale number 1.
Okay, well you just played your hand.
This is listen, I said there was one pass. So it's not going to be fucking Captain America or any of that. This is by all of the creative teams who did books in the Ultimate Universe. So every creative team gets to resolve the story. Resolve is the worst word I could have possibly used to describe what happens in this fucking comic book.
This is a season finale.
Yeah, exactly. You want to talk? Okay. Look, there's stories here for all the different books. You got Spider-Man, you got Black Panther, Wolverine, Ultimates, and Ultimate X-Men. And then there's, I guess that's a part of it too. We could take them story by story and go quickly. Ultimate Spider-Man.
It was cool that they remembered about their daughter.
Yeah.
They decided to. This was the slowest one for me. I don't care that he had a fight with I don't even know what kind of villain that was.
That's the Shocker. It's a Shocker.
That was the Shocker.
The same character that was in issue 1 or when he first became Spider-Man. So it's like him getting that lick back, because Shocker kicks his ass or something like that because he was new to being Spider-Man.
It's like poetry.
Exactly. Can't believe I'm caping for Ultimate Spider-Man right now.
Wait, Cole. Cole said I bought finale, but refunded that trash with the quickness.
I just learned you can refund Comixology books.
Where are you refunding?
Comicsology.
How you do
That's
that?
incredible.
Tell me how to do that.
I didn't know you could do that. Can I refund the subscription I've had to Comicsology for 5 years?
I mean, you can lie to your credit card company if you want.
I'm about
They
to.
stole
I
it.
didn't say
They
that. I didn't
stole-
say that.
Oh, pause.
You know what? I really did not at all like this story, except for the part where I thought the art was really good. Obviously, when you have Marco Cicchetto on art, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And given the fact that this was just a handful of pages, I actually feel like he was able to bring himself to it in a way we didn't always get in Ultimate
Mhm.
Spider-Man.
Wait.
So,
You
Go
mean
ahead.
Cicchetto actually drawing Spider-Man doing Spider-Man stuff?
for starters, yeah.
Wow.
Apparently, he made it.
So I love that, but the actual story was so throwaway and so transparent. Like, okay, daughter's not going to school. Her father's Spider-Man. What do you think she's out doing? Smoking weed? No,
Yeah.
she's clearly gotten one of the suits or developed powers or whatever. I don't care because this universe is supposed to be ending. And what I just said right now could be my review for all of these stories, and I don't need to talk anymore. All of them are ending, so why is every story starting something new?
This is what I've been saying the entire time of the Ultimate Universe. A, it's not done. B, every single story that had a final issue had a cliffhanger. My conspiracy theory is that it was never actually supposed to end. They're just retooling it. And I think this solidified that theory.
No, the stories go on. We had our moment in the Ultimate Universe, and of course, we've saved the universe, and now they continue to live their lives separate from us.
Did you get to the final page, Marco?
I did, and they continue to live their lives separate from us.
But the thing is that on a long enough tail, everything will return. So I can't credit you with that because this could mean anything. The Ultimate Universe will return. I don't think anyone said it will never be back. The question is, are they ending it in the now? And the answer is yes, or apparently yes. I don't know what the future holds, but when we talked about this, we said if it's not coming, if we're not going to see more from it in 1 year, that shit is over. And that's my timeline.
We're going to have an argument on the predictions.
I don't think there's really an argument to be had there.
It's not a year.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just based on timeline, we won't have the answer.
Well, we'll see how we feel when that moment comes.
We get there.
Yeah.
We'll wait for New York Comic Con for them to announce this book's actually rebooting without the month time limits.
And if that happens, brother, then you can make us all eat crow because you will have been 1 million.
No. Crows are actually very nice.
Well, fair. Ultimate Black Panther was next up, and I didn't finish this series. I bought every issue, but I'm way behind. I mean, it's basically doing the same shit it was doing when I was reading it, so I was able to keep up just fine.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, okay, so Storm and Black Panther are getting together. That was always obvious that was going to occur. Somehow he gets hit by lightning in the middle of the sky and manages to keep a kiss going. If I have to sneeze during a kiss, it's a wrap for me. So I don't understand what T'Challa's made of.
he's different.
He's built different, I guess. And it looked like he got a symbiote now. That's what it looked like.
So vibranium is actually an alien species.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the story that was happening.
Hayden, that was
with the 5 gifted memberships.
Whoa.
Thank you, Hayden.
Hold on. We still got membership gifting. Oh, we do not.
I think it'll reset
all 10
next week.
Yeah. But thank you so much. And we've got Ivy Moon, Banksy Maine, Talking Pine Tree, Catfish number 3, and Virtual Reality Fitness, all with gifted memberships. Thank you so much again, Hayden's Hideout.
You're the man, Hayden. Thank you so much, and congrats. And I love the fact that all of you are regulars that got it. So
yeah,
look at that. We know Ivy Moon is here. Ivy never misses us. Banksy's here. Freaking Virtual Reality Fitness just commented. Catfish has been here. The only person missing is Talking Pine Tree, but we see them regularly too. So good to see that. This story didn't do anything for me though.
Yeah, the end of the series left more of a cliffhanger than this did. This was only just really like resetting where T'Challa is. because like he was a little sick at the end because he was infected. So it's like, all right, this is where I was like, okay, they healed him to be able to do more stuff. Why do that if you're not going to do more? You know, I don't know. It's a big question mark. That's all these freaking issues are, though.
Yeah, yeah, and that was kind of like what I started to get was like because these are vignettes of what's going on in their lives in that moment. The I didn't have an issue with this issue overall. So like each of these stories, I thought okay, like small little moments that just felt like epilogues, but like we'll get to it at the end. But
Some of them aren't epilogues though, because some of them are setting up new stuff.
but that's the thing. Like it's I don't think they're setting up new things because I think that's the expectation that we're gonna get, finale issue number 2, or we're gonna get ultimate whatever, the return of the Ultimate Universe kind of thing. I don't believe that that's happening. So this feels like a moment in time for each of these characters where their lives continue without us.
Entertain me. That's insane. Entertain me said in the final Ultimate Black Panther, he told Killmonger that he wasn't in love with Storm and rededicated himself to his wife, and yet this is fuck all that. Excuse me.
That's
Forgot about that.
craziness.
Yeah, I forgot about that
I
part.
was because I was thinking like I know I missed some issues here, but did Black Panther divorce old girl? Like what happened?
No, there was like a love quadruple in a weird way.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Uh Ultimate X-Men.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Continues the theme of Ultimate X-Men. Although Ultimate X-Men left off with Armor, the Armor character, who was like the first character we ever had in the book, right? On the cover of issue 1.
Yeah.
She disappears. And the whole idea is that the other X-Men are going to go and find her, right? And they even talk about that in Endgame, like issue 3. They're like, all right, we're going to go to fucking Latveria to find our girl. That gets dropped. And they're here, and we're like, okay, maybe you can tease this. Nope, never brought up. So that kind of annoyed me. And I thought the coloring was different. It was a lot of monochromatic coloring for the first couple pages where it's like, all right, this is going to be all grays, this is all yellows, this is all greens. And then eventually it kind of got more colorful. This confused me. Gorgeous. And I love Ultimate X-Men, but I don't know what this is about. This felt weird. This felt like Peach just was supposed to do a finale issue, you know?
I agree with you that it looks beautiful. The Peach is an incredible artist, but it's a small story about saving a mutant. Cool. But in like the greater context of seemingly what was it they called themselves? The Secret Society X-Men? That was kind of rad.
Marco,
like that
how would
name.
you say when Maystorm does that flying kick? How would you say that?
Does she have a name for it?
No, she screams something
Where?
when she does the kick. It's on the screen too, if you want to just look at the screen.
Toria!
Okay, I thought you were gonna.
Okay.
Go full. Thanks for not doing an accent.
Let's
did I not?
do Wolverine.
Do we?
Because this was, I think, my favorite one.
Oh wow!
Well, the Ultimates one was good, really good too, but I like this one a lot because it subverts something that is very, very, very well known about the relationship between Sabretooth and Wolverine, which is that on Wolverine's birthday, Sabretooth usually tries to ruin his life. And here we see that it's Wolverine's birthday, but instead of that happening, they're actually just going to chill out and have a good time together.
Word.
And the twist on the relationship between Sabretooth and Wolverine has been one of the things about the Ultimate Universe that I've actually enjoyed. And so getting to see them together here for the finale was actually kind of nice. And it actually felt like an ending. Like if they never did one more thing with these two characters, this would be a clean, nice way to close. And that's what I wanted from this issue. So this story gave me what I came here for. I like the art. This gets a pull from me.
This
story.
This is the only one that felt like, okay, there's an end.
Right.
Sure.
But also a little sexual tension between the two. Anyway,
I was looking for it from him and from Wolverine and Phoenix, and it's not there.
Boring. No, Phoenix is fucking the Sentinel. She's inside him. It's Legion.
Literally inside him.
Yeah. The Sentinel is Legion. Legion put his consciousness in it.
That's what's up.
That's crazy. Yeah, this was good. This one felt like an end moment to resolve emotional plot lines. That
Mhm.
felt good.
Exactly. Which leaves us with the Ultimates ending. I'm gonna read some dialogue here.
Sure. And this is
Dear
Iron Lad's
world.
dialogue, right?
Yeah, Iron Lad's dialogue. Dear world, this is Tony Stark. I wanted to ask, how are you feeling? We've all been through something long and difficult together. Yes, reading the Ultimate books, yes. While I know that many of you are proud of what we've accomplished, I'm sure some of you are confused, sad, or angry. You would be right. I wanted you to know that I understand, and I'm here for you. I will always be here for you. No, the fuck you won't, Dennis Camp. That's a bold-faced lie, because your ass is going to DC land. You are exclusive, which means we're never going to see you again at Marvel until your exclusive ends. But until that point, you ain't coming back.
It's the character talking, Sean. It's the character.
Fake.
Fair.
What even then? The universe is ending.
I liked this one for how it continues the theme in Endgame. It's hopeful, very hope core, very solar punk. We're using all the sun and our natural resources, and we're revitalizing the earth and all that kind of shit. So I did enjoy this as what felt like an epilogue. For America's just like, all right, see you guys, I'm gonna go have an adventure in space. Like, if you need me, I'm gonna
Of
come
course
save
you
the
would.
day.
Yeah.
Well,
Peace out.
of course. But she leaves and she's like, yeah, when you guys fuck this up, I'll be back. It's okay.
Yeah. I really like this. I thought this was this felt like the final issue of Ultimates to me. I think it is a clear end to the story Camp was telling in that. It reads, some people might take this as pejorative, and if you do, you're a doofus. But it reads like a DSA campaign flyer, where like he kind of states the things that Camp wishes would be in our world. The idea of like housing for everyone, the idea of like fixing the environment, the idea of like that our futures are in our control and we can fight back against the powers that be. It's continuing that theme, and it's really kind of putting a period at the end of it. And I really liked it. I like how like we don't need to see all the characters talk; we can see them. Like we see Luke Cage with his Avengers, kind of still leading the cause, and the idea of what's the word I'm looking for? The idea that like you could be bad, like the AIM soldiers here, they surrender, but they're not going to fight them or lock them up because Luke is about rehabilitation and rehabbing these people who might have been misguided, and like so that is there. The idea of rehabilitation is there as well, and I just really liked it. I even like the idea that this version of Hawkeye, they have Cap Shield now. So like in a weird way, the Native American character is the one spearheading the American image as well. I thought that was an interesting twist. I really like this snippet of finale made the book a pull for me, and then also made me like Endgame 5 even more. Because this is like Camp story. And I dug it. I thought this was fun.
I also thought this was good. I was just making fun of the whole Dennis Camp thing earlier. I thought the dialogue was good, and I don't mind the meta aspect. It's an acknowledgement of truth. There were warts here. It wasn't perfect, but that's all right. Like I'm not mad about the Ultimate Universe ending because it wasn't perfect. That's not why I'm mad. And I'm not even mad that it's ending because it's kind of been horseshit. But Dennis's script here at the end, I think really just hits on what this needed to be, which is to allow this to feel like a closeout. He's not saying like he's not ending the universe. He's ending our look into the universe.
Yes.
And those are two different things. And that's the impression that I got from the two stories here that I liked. I can see how Spider-Man could be that as well. Like, oh my God, this is what's going to happen. You know, and our time looking at it ends, but we know that the daughter's now got powers, and that's going to be a mess, and they're going to have to deal with that and everything else. But that's all I want that to be. Like a look into a future that we're not going to see.
Yeah.
That's what I would prefer at this point in time. Let this be what it is. But I think Dennis ends it in a way where it could easily continue if you want to, especially with that last page. But this could also feel good as the last thing we see from this Ultimate Universe for me.
And all of that is why I did like the contents of this book. This was a pull for me, but for the $7.99. Get it. I get it. But damn, if this is what I'm getting, if I'm just getting a little epilogue, a little flavor of all right, things wrapped up, I would have rather we extended issue the Endgame issue number 5, get some of these in there, and we're out.
That's why I feel like this was like a mea culpa to the creative teams. Because a lot of their books didn't really feel like endings to those books. So this was the extra pages they were given to wrap things up.
And they proceeded to not wrap them up.
Exactly.
I'm not letting the creators off the hook. They fucking write it. Where's the end?
Okay, so Sean, if this universe does end, the last we ever see of the Maker is a little piece of goop and this new Ultimate Doctor Doom's jar.
Yeah, he's a booger.
I don't.
Is this the end of the Maker?
No, the Maker is going to go on ice for a while, but the Maker is a character whose stock has risen tremendously during this Ultimate Universe experiment, and I can't imagine them leaving him off the board for more than a couple years.
Huh. I think we're done here, guys. I personally think we're done here, fellas.
You think the Maker will never? You think the Maker will never be used again?
I guess not never, but I think in the context of this Ultimate Universe, no.
Oh, I agree. I'm saying I think we'll see him again in mainline.
But then he has to get to mainline somehow.
We don't need to see it.
We
want to show it. What?
You want to see him in this Victor Von Doom's Rainbow Dash jar?
Oh no.
I can see a story that maybe starts with showing us how he got out of this situation, but then kind of moves past it and gets him where we need him to be. Or it's a version of the Maker that's from a timeline where he didn't do this. I don't know, but I don't think the Maker is off the table forever.
There's some comic timey-wimey thing you can do.
Yeah, somehow they get back to the Maker.
And I know if Donny Cates ever actually does come back, I don't see it happening, but if he ever does, I know he has a Maker story he wants to tell.
I'm not surprised. And I frankly would too, because I think the Maker's awesome. Jesus Burgess, First Fleet. What's up, dude? 5CAD, good to see you. Secret Wars tie-in event next year where the 616 Ultimate Universe and Midnight Universe all collide, ? Dude, no. No. Please no. My head will explode. Do you want to see my head explode live? You might, but let's not make that happen.
Put down the tinfoil hat. Also, $5 common sense, which Peach would show what happened to Surge. Remember, she's going to train Mutant Boy how to fight, hinting Surge's her own evil mutant team.
We'll never know.
Surge turned bad?
Surge was always bad. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. I didn't realize. Well, I stopped pretty early. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Damn, that makes me kind of want to see what happened with Surge. I can't read that book.
There's not much. Actually, I think it's a great read. But
Surge.
Yeah. All right. So we've talked about all the individual stories. As a whole, this ending just didn't work for me. I like 2 out of the 5 stories that we got here, and that is not a good enough average for me to pull this. So I have to pass. I just have to.
I like the Ultimate story enough to pull it.
Yeah, I liked the idea of this. The cost hurt. It's a very limp pull.
Okay. Didn't buy a read is 34%. 30% pull, 30% pass. Pick of the week, 6%. Pick of the week.
6%. That's crazy. That's pretty even across
It's
the board.
more than Endgame.
People liked it. People didn't buy it, or people hated it.
Literally mid.
Yeah, literally.
This shit was mid. We can say that, and it's true now.
Mathematically confirmed.
Oh shit, man! What the fuck? Okay, we'll do an overall ultimate autopsy on the show, on the main show. Maybe that's the main topic for Saturday. I don't know.
Oh,
But judging just the ending, just five. Oh, well, five. This, and I don't know if Reborn Ultimate Impact. I didn't
read it. I didn't read it yet.
I read it.
So okay, go ahead.
Is it-
Speak on that.
It's an issue to Punisher.
Excuse me.
Oh,
For real?
Kind of. Well, it actually proves my theory that like with Ultimate Reborn Impacts #1 with what is his name? Annihilicus? What is his name? Hostilicus?
Hostilicus.
Hostilicus.
Him being a Captain Marvel thing where he actually has to travel from that Ultimate Universe proves that that world never actually dies. That's what he does. Like he is traveling between universes whenever they hit the Captain Marvel bands.
Oh, that's cool.
Other than that, the people who got origin boxes still are learning to use them,
Sure.
and Punisher's there for a lot of.
Okay.
Does it
Now-
does it mention anything from Endgame or finale? Nope.
Damn. All right.
But let's frame this within the context of this, right? Of this last page here, which says the Ultimate Universe will return with 3 dots.
Did I skip that?
That's what I
Stop
asked.
it,
Did you
Marco.
go to the last page, Marco?
Stop it. You're not dead serious.
I stopped at the credits page. I didn't scroll past the
fucking This guy. This guy.
That's why he's like, oh, it's not actually going to return.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, I take everything back. Pick of the week. What?
Unreal. I didn't think I was showing you something you hadn't seen before. But within the context of this page, the Ultimate Universe will return with the 3 dots. The 3 dots could mean a lot of things. It's really hard to read into that. That could just mean the story continues.
It means AI is doing it.
Does that feel to you like a bait and switch of, hey, we've been telling you this thing was going away, now we're telling you it will return? Does that feel like Marvel lied, then lied again?
I maintain Marvel didn't know what the fuck they were doing. And I think that's what this is.
Okay.
I think they needed to say this was going to be an ending because they needed people to read the book. And it was an ending of sorts to the season 1 theming of this world, right? But I also know that the book sells really well. It's their best selling series of books. So it would need to continue just from a money standpoint. And they were only doing this for some behind the scenes reason.
But you think Marvel lied at New York Comic Con?
Marvel lies all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. I think anything that's a press release is a lie. Even if it's from an exclusive writer that is also saying this is an ending, they're lying.
Okay.
Because everyone who did press for Endgame, right? That did official press that were in press releases, Marvel.com, the sites, they were exclusive writers that have contracts with Marvel. Of course, they're going to do what the mouse says they should do.
I think this is a bait and switch. I got told one thing. They said it's really ending for serious. I promise you. My boy, where is he? My boy had to stand there and tell me. He looked me in the eye and said, "I love you." He looked me in the eye and
Like
he
how
said,
it's
"This is
under your
ending."
glasses.
Yeah. He's a liar. Pants on fire. This does feels like a bait and switch because now this feels a little more disingenuous because does that mean okay, we've gotten you this far. Now when we need it, let's turn on the ultimate faucet. Let's use this as a sell tactic. And that feels
That's everything they do.
Well, but this, at the very least, this was novel enough where it was we're returning to the Ultimate Universe, but it's a different universe for the first time ever. Now it is we're returning to the Ultimate Universe again to return to the Ultimate Universe. We can come back to this universe at any point to pop a number. It's a new number one.
See, Kyle's point is what I'm feeling. Leaving things open is one thing. Straight up lying to everyone is something different. I don't think Marvel was lying when they said things were going to end. I think they have ended. But that's not the same thing as saying you'll never see this again. So do I think we'll see it again? Yes. Do I think that we'll see it again anytime in the immediate future? No. If they were just straight up lying to us, then Marvel has things to answer for. And ultimately, that will affect their ability to sell this to us again. Because you're not talking, well, I can't say you're not talking about. I don't know what's going to happen. But you're probably not talking about Peach Momoko's Ultimate X-Men revival. You're probably not talking about Jonathan Hickman and Marco Cicchetto's Ultimate Spider-Man revival. The point I'm trying to make is, at the very least, you're getting different creative teams. So at what point is it just not the same thing and something different in that same space? Because that can exist.
You're talking like the ultimate ship of Theseus at that point.
Yes.
Okay.
Tommy Ariel, who I haven't seen before, welcome, says they'll forget about it at least 2 years, for at least 2 years now, and focus with the Midnight Universe. That's kind of where I'm at. I think they're going to put their efforts and focus into the Midnight Universe. If there wasn't a Midnight Universe coming, I would definitely be more on board with the concept that within the next year we'll see an Ultimate Universe. I think Marvel believes that the Midnight Universe is the usurper to the Ultimate line. I think that's exactly what they believe. And they stopped fucking with Imperial because they realized this isn't going to be that thing. And they pivoted to Midnight.
And I think they're wrong.
I agree.
Yeah. You see, like, I guess we'll talk about it in the show, but the shift they made to Midnight as well.
Yep.
Delayed.
Yep. We'll talk about it.
Oh, no.
Well,
we'll talk about
strategically. We'll talk about it on Saturday.
All right.
Scripture says, guys, I didn't read the original Ultimate Universe, so how did that end? Is it not the same thing or a similar messaging from Marvel? How is it different differently? So the original Ultimate Universe was initially annihilated during the Secret Wars lead up, where the Ultimate Universe and the mainline 616 had an incursion and crashed into each other. But we've seen a return to that Ultimate Universe since then. So, to me, this is different in the sense that this one ends alive, quote unquote, and that one ended dead. But neither one actually really ended because they both will theoretically have returned. The original returned, and this one will too.
Yeah. I don't know. And also, like, the original Ultimate Universe ended because it just wasn't selling as much anymore. They didn't really. It was essentially an Ultimate Spider-Man book. That's it.
There's time.
This, at least you could say, this Ultimate Universe was selling. And their whole reason for killing it was a artistic reason to be able to tell an end to a story that the Marvel Universe doesn't ever get to tell. Just kidding.
And to be fair to the original Ultimate Universe, that shit ended after what, 15 years, 14 years? This
Long as
ended
hell.
after a couple of years.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. We spent way a lot of time on the Ultimate stuff, so we will move past that and hopefully can relatively quickly get through the rest of our docket for tonight.
Yeah. Let's go to hell.
Let us go to hell. But before we go to hell, let's get this super chat from Common Sense. 499, Max and Lola are the ultimate Quasar. Who do you think the best writers for Ultimate Quasar are? Kenny Porter, Maria Iodell, Alex Packnadell, or Sam Humphries? Wow.
Hands down, Sam Humphries, dude.
Well, what's your favorite Sam Humphries book?
Reference. Sorry?
What's your favorite book he's doing right now?
Dude, such a good writer. So he's got to be the winner.
Okay. Real political answer there.
Let's get Iodell on something big. And I don't even know that would be big, but like if you're asking me the question, I'm giving you an answer.
They can't even do a mainline Quasar book, let alone an ultimate one for a universe that is dead.
Allegedly.
All right, Captain America number 12. Chip Zdarsky on the words. Valerio Schiti on the art. Romulo Fajardo Jr. on the colors. Joe Caramagna on the letters. Cap is in hell, but he's not dead. Go figure that out for yourself. He's in a coma of some kind, but he's in hell. And of course, Captain America is not going to ever stop being Captain America. So he's going to fight the good fight in hell because he doesn't know what else to do. Meanwhile, Captain America's friends are obviously, was that in this issue? I think it was.
Yeah.
Captain America's friends are very concerned about, him and Sam and Agent Carter Agent Carter says they were going to fix their relationship, and she's crying because now they may never get that chance.
Yep.
Marco, what'd you think about this issue of Cap?
He fumbled a baddie, dude. Fumbled it hard.
He didn't
By
fumble
getting
shit,
in
he's
a coma?
Yeah. Sharon's about
Skill issue,
to
dude.
Terry Shabo his ass.
Skill issue. I did not like this issue. I'll straight out the gate. The Sheedy art, awesome. Really, really gorgeous.
Is it awesome
The
or Sheedy?
scenes- The the gorgeous moments in hell. The demons are horrific, but I don't like the framing of these kinds of stories. It is Cap removed and parallel to the story with no momentum. It feels like he will be if I'm thinking of say like a story timeline, the story itself is main plot is getting progressed. He's being pulled to the side and just rubber banded back in at whenever the time is most convenient. And so for me, I found that frustrating as a whole. And it seems like there's some level of doom involved, but it feels like a hallucination because he's in a coma. But is he actually in hell? I don't think we're going to get a really clear answer on any of that. And we're kind of seeing all of some of his current and previous most villainous villains. All right. This didn't excite me. I did not I did not necessarily enjoy myself in this, and I've been enjoying this series as a whole, but this issue just felt like a hard deviation.
It is a pretty hard deviation, and that's why it's my pick of the week. I really dug this. So first of all, Billy Shitty, happy to see him back. I thought the art was great here. He draws this Diablo-esque underworld hell where his design for Mephisto has like a satyr body, so he's got like furry legs. I was like, oh fuck yeah, that's rad. I don't think I've seen that before. And I love that. And I love the idea that like, let's take Cap off the board for Armageddon, right? He kind of needs to be off the board for Dave Colton to kind of be the star of the show there. But let's also tell a story about Cap in a completely separate setting than he's used to being in. This is like when he was in sorry, Sean, Dimension Z. So instead of putting him in a sci-fi world, let's throw him in a fantasy, Elder Ring-esque world, and still maintain the core of the character. The idea that he's a guy fighting for people, no matter what they've done wrong, and the idea of redemption, kind of keyed in here. And in my head, as this was happening, I'm like, okay, this is really cool. I like this. I like the idea that, even though he has to team up with Doom, he doesn't want to do it, but he sees the moral obligation to do it. So he will still fight for what's good. And I'm like, oh, he's in hell. I wonder if he's going to fight Hitler. I was kind of right. Because fucking Red Skull shows up at the end. I was like, okay, hell yeah. Of course that dude's out down there. Yeah, I thought this was a lot of fun. I really, really liked it. I thought it was a complete swerve, but I was down for it.
Respect that. Entertain me with the 5 gifted memberships. You got Dr. King, RCSX, Corbin Loves Comics, Sebastian Travis, and Archive Gaming. Entertain me. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Entertain Me. Really appreciate that. And then if you got one, thank Entertain Me, please. You know,
Wait.
I go ahead.
That's your op, though.
Well, you know, you do a good deed, you get banked.
Okay, all right.
Um, I enjoyed this issue. I don't think it was the best issue of Cap, and it's not. It's you know, I think I'm more excited for where it's going than where it literally is with this particular issue, because this did feel like a setup. Um, however, and also I'm a little doomed out. And also, Doom going to hell is the most like cliche thing ever. Doom is always going to hell. And also, they did this exact same thing in the Ultimate Universe, where Cap went to hell after dying and had to. Well, in that one, he had to work with Hela. But yeah, it's a very, very similar story. That being said, I'm definitely here for Captain America just being the most vigilant person in the, you know, in any world, in any dimension, even in hell. And I agree. I like seeing him in a different locale, but still being the same man. And I think that's what people like about Cap in terms of taking him out of his element, because he's already a character who's technically taken out of his element and he thrives. So you can put him in a Dimension Z, you can put him in hell, and you can still generate interesting quality stories with the character. So I like that stuff. Valerio Schiti never misses, I don't think. Pretty much always nails it, and got a bit of a break, enough time to for this to look like top level work, I feel like. His Mephisto, right?
So
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Which check out the channel soon. They might have some Mephisto content for me. Just saying.
Oh,
Whoa. Okay.
Mephisto content.
Yeah. Those who know
Interesting.
know.
Okay.
I think I want to know.
Also, this panel was ice cold. When they're gonna teleport, and Doom is like, then there were four. Ice fucking cold, man.
I like how the guy who got his family killed. He's hitting that pose too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like I just got tortured for eternity because I'm a drunk driver, but he has a power set somehow.
I didn't like that. Why did he go to hell?
It sounds like he got his family killed in a DUI.
Yeah, he killed somebody.
Well, that sucks, but like, damn, you go to hell for making mistakes?
That's the theme though. Like, it's a gray area thing, you know. It's not like he's like, I don't know, he's not on 616 Epstein Island, you know, but he still did something bad. But is it redeemable? We'll see.
Shit, dude. Well, I need to know what that barometer is, because I might have a one-way ticket to fucking hell too. I don't know. Not that I've killed anyone, but and then the last page. Come on, Red Skull back.
Oh.
Red Skull and Cap together again. When was the last time we saw that shit?
Oh, I don't know. Brubaker.
It's been a long time. Long time. So I'm excited for Valerio to draw more Red Skull. And I love that they brought him in for this. This is cool as hell. I'm in.
Hell yeah.
Pull.
It was a close pick of the week, but this was new enough for me that it was my pick of the week.
Pass. Didn't have all that much fun.
Hold. You liked Ultimate Finale more than this?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't finish Ultimate Finale, so
that's a fair point. My man finished it live.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat said like, well, you don't swipe, so you can't swipe anymore. Marco's doing the pull-out method with his comics.
I hit the credits page. I said, I don't want to see an ad on the next page.
Oop.
Or a preview or something I'm not going to read. Come on.
Tommy Ariel says Secret Empire was the last time that they saw each other.
Decade?
Damn.
The last, like, over-the-top good Marvel event. I think Devil's Reign was good, but Secret Wars was, like, over-the-top good. So, or Secret Empire, rather, was over-the-top good.
Have you ever done a book club on that?
Yeah, we did it in the old days.
Okay.
I would love to do it again. Let's see what you guys are saying about this book. Ooh, okay. 42% pull.
Okay.
Didn't buy or read is 37%.
Wow.
Ouch. Pass is 13%. Pick of the week is 8%.
Wow.
I think I know what the pick of the week for everyone's going to be.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's leave Marvel Land. I know many of you are excited for that. We're going to leave Marvel and head on over to the wild world of DC Comics with Absolute Wonder Woman number 21. This is, of course, written by Kelly Thompson, but Dylan Snook is the guest artist for this and the next, I imagine, issue. Jordi Belair on the colors, letters by Becca Carey. Wonder Woman is going through a lot. Her mom, MIA. Her best friend kidnapped. And Wonder Woman is doing everything that she can to find her mother, including going and beating the shit out of the enemies that they have accrued over the years. Several of whom are, like God adjacent. This issue I actually thought this was great. I thought this was great. This was one of the books that was very much in contention for pick of the week. Because of the scene between Barbara and Urzkataga, whatever his name is. Yo, first of all, I love, here it is, Urzkartaga. I love Urzkartaga because of Greg. Why am I blanking?
Rucka.
Rucka?
The Rucka
Rucka,
Wonder Woman.
Jesus,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Because of Greg Rucka and what he did with that character. So as soon as I saw those weird dialogue bubbles coming up, I was like, oh no, here we go.
Yeah.
And I love how Urzkartaga is not actually a Wonder Woman villain, in the sense that he doesn't have an axe to grind with Wonder Woman. He's just trying to get his. He just wants a baddie to enslave, And I can't relate to that. I don't want to enslave anyone, but I do want a baddie. So that part I get. What's fucked up about Urzkartaga is that you can even see in this dialogue flirting with her. Not in a romantic sense, but in a like, hey,
yeah,
your friend left you here, and I'm here, and I could do a lot for you. We could do a lot together. Like, I loved reading that, and Barbara, like, understanding what's happening, kind of, but also being like, well, where is Wonder Woman? And like all these things. So there is a reason. I love this. There's a reason why Barbara's going to turn. Part of it is that there's a very influential God talking to her, but another part of it is that Wonder Woman ain't coming.
And I think the other part of it too is the fact that she thinks she knows this guy. She's like, I know who you are. I know what you're trying to do. You're better, or at least you can't really control me if I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So she's almost thinks she's better than everyone else who had, like Priscilla previous to this. And in that sequence too, I really like the Dylan Snook art, who I'm unfamiliar with. I've never heard of him before. Looks like he did art for a Dead by Daylight comic.
Oh.
But the choice to light up the scene from below, I thought was very good and very effective. Because it almost is like this it's the devil talking to you. It's the light coming from above, and it's this orangey lava-esque color. It's very much Empire Strikes Back, when Han is getting frozen and the carbonite, and you could see like that light kind of shining up from him between like the grating of that, and like I just really love that lighting effect. And who was the colorist on this one?
This was Belair.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh,
Jordy
nice,
fucking knows what she's doing. We need to get Jordy on the show.
That'd be amazing.
I thought that was the best part of this issue, was that. And the one thing I don't like manticores, guys. Manticores are fucking weird.
I don't even know what that is.
Me neither.
Oh, it's Greek shit.
Greek shit, yeah. The Manticore piece I think was the weakest part of this, but I, similar to you guys, enjoyed the the cheetah pieces. All right, buddy, come on, I need you to get out of
Your,
here.
your own cheetah showing up.
Yeah, it just popped up,
Yeah.
and he just opened up a. Hold on, he opened up a weird page.
What he's
No.
watching? Oh,
He went to the hub.
No, not the hub, not the hub.
Yo, how does your cat know how to get to the hub?
how do you when I say the hub identical at the exact same time, Sean?
You went elsewhere. But the implication that she's going to turn and that build tension for Wonder Woman, and we've also learned that her like attraction power, right? Like that everyone kind of like sees a really good side of her and really likes her and all that kind of thing will come in direct contrast now with Barber, presumably if she gets possessed. And so that I think is going to be an interesting dynamic that's going to play out at some point. So yeah, I'm interested to see that part more than I am the action sequence of the Manticore and some of the gods that she's dealing with here. The art, rad, and yeah, I'm interested to see where else this continues to go. I don't feel like I had much more to draw out of this because I think it is a little bit of setup.
Yeah, I agree. I like the art actually a lot. What I didn't care for was particularly I didn't love Diana's look in this all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I did, but I thought it was kind of inconsistent.
In
I
what
don't
sense?
know.
Like facial features?
Yeah, the
Okay.
facials. I just
I
but
think
I thought go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say I think like second to last page of this is particularly egregious where you're looking at her from the front. It's one sort of style, two panels
Yes.
down, it's different. Then the next panel after it's elongated. So yeah.
Completely different.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But the art style I really like. And again, everything worked perfectly in that one scene, the Urs Katarga scene. Like, I think everything about that scene, the art, the colors, the dialogue, everything about that scene makes that a perfect scene. But for me, this is a one scene comic. Everything else was fine. That was why I'm going to pull on this and why this was nearly pick of the week.
Pause.
Well,
and this is a 2-part story. It looks like.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of those filler arcs. So we're gonna get like 2 issues of something, and which short. I don't mind that. I like these as like little breaks.
Agreed. Pull.
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 Very good. Let's see what you guys had to say. We got through that one. 67% pull, 15% didn't buy or read. Pick of the week is 12%, pass is 6%. See, now we're in DC land. Now you can tell we got some DC readers here because that pass number very low, that didn't buy or read very low.
We got that LARPer number for all you absolute readers, like the internet says,
The number I want to see go up is the amount of likes on this video. If you can hear my voice right now, you need to hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, why not? If you're this deep, clearly you fuck with us. Subscribe. Help us out.
Well, you could be hate watching. I mean, you could still subscribe to us. Get our videos.
That's true. That's true. Hey, some people hate watch us and are subscribed. There's a very well-known artist who is that. So there you go.
That's true. Yeah.
All right. Let's dive into Absolute Superman number 20. Jason Aaron and sorry?
It's hammer time.
It is. Jason Aaron, Rafa Sandoval, Vincent Cifuentes as well. He jumps in. Colors by Ulysses Ariola, letters by Becca Carey. So this is Black King Shazam. I was gonna say Black Adam, but King Shazam. Marco,
Chihuahua.
I thought you were gonna make out with your dog.
He did. He wait, did you just have your Chihuahua teabag your cat?
Bro, you got a lot going on.
God damn.
Okay. So yeah, King Shazam is feeling unstoppable because Superman, Hawkman, and Steel cannot beat this dude. Like They're all trying, and he's smoking every one of them, and he's doing it very, very easily. Pretty much. Like, they're trying, they're really trying, but they're getting smoked out. And that's pretty much what the issue is. Like, this is the fight comic.
Yeah. And I think that's why I didn't care much for this issue. This was probably one of my, I don't want to say least favorite, but like the most like, oh, that was fine issues of Absolute Superman. Because like a lot of it was the same sequence over and over again for the whole issue. And there was no real anything new learned. Like literally, the only thing that changes here is a little more backstory on Hawkman for like 2 pages. And Superman learns how to dual wield. He shifts the Fury spec, you know? Otherwise, like I felt like we kind of got all this info in the previous issue. So just from like a moving things forward, it didn't really do much for me. Thought it looked good, but it looked good doing a lot of the same thing. So that's where I was just like, it's fine. It's fine.
Chat saying it. This was my pick of the week.
There it is.
I've been loving what Aaron's throwing down. And I think what you're calling out there, Tyler, is absolutely right. It is a fight issue, right? And I tend to not like when the toys are smashing together here, but there are small moments in this where I feel like we're getting a lot more heart. We're getting to the interesting parts for Hawkman, where he's sort of turning. We know he's been affected by the by Superman and his influence, and that's sort of permeating. And so he is going beyond. Superman's power is going beyond just the strength that he wields, but the way that he's able to impact people. We already know that he's done that as well with, Lois Lane and the rest of the crew. And so for me, I really like this aspect of the story. And I'm curious because we're gonna turn Teth Adam here too, and that twist of like, or not twist, but like the oh, it was all the brainiacs all along. You're not really this guy. You're not him. So that as a effect on who Adam's identity is in this hurts him, and that's what we've been getting about this. This is about Superman's identity and who he is, and so now we're drawing all those things together. So all the themes that we've been playing out throughout this book are coming back around. I really like what Aaron has to say.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. This obviously isn't my pick of the week, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had to read 19 and 20 together, so it's possible that influenced my feelings because I thought 19 was also very strong. But I like this a lot. It is a fight comic. There's no doubt about that. And if that kind of book doesn't work for you, then you're gonna struggle with this. But I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with Hawkman and where he's going. It feels like he's turning face, but then he still has these tendencies. He wants to just kill King Shazam, but that's not going to happen. Like, I mean, both Steel and Hawkman are kind of like, yeah, I think we should do this, but Superman refuses. He still won't try to kill him because that's just not his way. Even though King Shazam has now killed. He killed Ra's al Ghul. So, he's ready. He's ready to murder. But when we got to the end, and we got Superman dual wielding, and, we got this badass costume and everything else, part of me was like, yo, this shit looks amazing. But the other part was like, when did this happen? Like, how did he finagle all this? Like, he looks very cool, but
oh, I didn't think it looked good.
No?
Really?
I was like, what in the fucking death metal is this shit?
Word, I could see that.
It looks like edgelord video game armor that's in like a shop for a microtransaction.
He got 2 hammers on deck. He got the big Superman symbol on the chest, the energy radiating. Do I think that King Shazam is in trouble? No, but I'm interested in the fight. Now, if the next issue is just another fight issue, that I'm not gonna love. We gotta move forward. We can't just fight. But obviously, there has to be another fight because he got 2 hammers.
Yeah.
Can't
And
they just
actually-
destroy the father box?
Guess not.
I don't know.
It's like a
We don't know
phylactery situation.
We don't know the logic for that yet. Or like,
Oh, if only they explained it instead of having a whole fight this whole issue.
well, but actually to something you said about the costume, before we see the full sort of bodysuit, actually Superman's all beat up. Like the suit's off and kind of partly weakened seemingly. So I don't know where this thing came from. Maybe it's something with the hammer or the mace. I'm not sure.
Dude, how is it that Steel is still a part of this fight? Like
okay. You brought it up. Yeah,
he's been dead. Like there's just no possible way. He
He's
died.
vegan.
He died back in Kansas. There's no fucking way that this man went to Egypt, fucking Italy, Australia. He did the world tour with them. No. He died.
this is just a dude.
Yeah. With a hammer and a cool visor.
Even if somehow he has a neutron star somehow in the hammer. Okay.
That was crazy.
That doesn't explain how his suit.
How he alive? How he lived?
Also, I don't like the suit. I don't like the steel suit. I'm sorry.
Really?
It feels like Spider-Man first getting the costume where he's a little homophobic in the steel cage. Like it feels very much baby's first costume, which is the story that they're telling. But I don't. It looks like the human bomb from Freedom Fighters.
Fucking love the costume. It's so raw. Like he's definitely not living in this conflict at all. Jason Aaron cannot convince me of that part. But for me, this is a strong pull.
Nice. Okay.
It's a weak pull for me.
Oh.
All right, and Marco's pick of the week.
Yeah.
Very good.
Wow. We've somebody has picked a book for their pick of the week every other book we've reviewed so far.
Interesting. And I did say that we would all have different pick of the weeks, and that netted out. But really, just because of how quality this week was.
Yes. And none of our books were the pick of the week that I expected us to have too.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Marco would have either regular Superman or Flash.
Well,
I
we'll
would've
get to
thought-
regular Superman.
We'll get to Flash.
47% pull on this one. Pick of the week, 25%. That's good. Didn't buy a read, 19%. Pass, 9%. Entertain me with the 2 spots. Steel is using black power, Sean. Yo, I'm with you. Because that's the only way. My man is using African American power. That's the only way he can survive in this
Absolute African American.
yes. And so far he really is. He really is the absolute African American because that's all we got. That's all we got. Yeah, he ain't doing shit, Duke.
What Duke gonna do?
Honestly, I think this might be the best week of comics we've had this year.
It's definitely a good
Very
week.
Good. Really good.
And there's a lot of stuff I haven't even gotten to yet.
Yeah,
Same.
All right, let's talk about Superman. Well, we just did, but we're going to go to mainline and talk about Superman. But we're not going to talk about regular Superman. We're going to talk about Superman Prime, or Superboy Prime, excuse me. Issue 39 of Superman. Joshua Williamson, Dan Mora, Alejandro Sanchez, Ariana Mayer. Goated creative team at this point. Come on. So, Superboy Prime is in a conflict with Manchester Black. And we've known that. That started last issue. Here, right out the gate, he kind of disposes of the characters that were sent to deal with him, and now is confronted by Kal-El, who is the original Superman from Earth 2.
Yep.
And that's the same Superman that Superboy Prime killed, I believe, in Infinite Crisis. And so, but he deals with that, and then Manchester Black arrives and explains exactly how this is all possible, which was necessary, even if I was like, okay, that's a hand wave. How his powers connected to Superboy Prime because Prime isn't from here, and that changed the way that Manchester Black's powers work. Whatever. He's taking Superboy Prime, not unlike Birds of Prey, into these different dimensions, but they're all genre based.
Yeah.
So there's a romance one, there's a detective one, all incredibly fun. The fun that this creative team is having with this book, unparalleled. There were black and white panels, there were just all kinds of things. Superboy Prime literally running away from scenes by running to the next panel, like unbelievable stuff going on in this issue.
What I loved about this issue was the premise that the way Kal-El, this version of Manchester Black, would fuck with Superboy Prime is by putting him in genre comics, because this dude only reads capes and cows. So he's like, I'm gonna put you in shit you don't have any business being around. You're gonna be in a horror book, you're gonna be in a romance book, you're gonna be in a detective book, sci-fi pulp book. You're just a capes and cows guy. You don't know what the hell's going on here. And it does mess with Superboy a bit. He is lost. And I thought that was a real meta take on Superman fans. And I thought it wasn't like a low blow or anything, but it was kind of playing around with the fandom. I think that's when Superboy Prime works the best. And I think Mora was fucking showing off on this one. God damn. That dude, that anime panel that Mora drew?
Crazy.
Like the using like the Ben-Day dots for the war book, the fucking tube style animation in the like a Cuphead Mickey Mouse looking panel. This book was a lot of fucking fun. This was almost my pick of the week. I think it's very, very, very close.
Yeah.
But it's just like I've just been enjoying every issue of this book. So yeah, I thought this is really good. Yeah, I loved it.
It's been a book that has, with every subsequent issue or set of issues, pushes the line of what the good of this title has been. This is on its peak right now. Like it is continuing to find higher and higher ground artistically, and from a story perspective as well. So much heart into this. The way that Manchester Black uses and manipulates him and manipulates us as a reader. I thought that last sequence where he like comes out of his sort of trance and he's really actually captured by the Justice League, and they're trying to get him to calm down, and he himself is like, oh no, I did it again. I felt that. I was like, oh no, I've been trusting this dude. No, I got bamboozled. And he did it again. Fucking Williamson. He's just so good at understanding how this character works and ticks, and how we can use the comics medium to pull the rug from under us as a reader to make really good emotional beats.
I completely agree. This book managed to like hit all those beats, because it's funny, it's action packed, but it also has emotion and heart. It's because by now you probably care about Superboy Prime based on these issues. And so when you get to the point where he is getting beaten on by everything under the sun, and he thinks it's all over and fucked, and he goes, you ruined me again. That there was a lot of emotion packed into that punch. And that was probably why this wasn't my pick of the week, to be honest. Not because of that scene, but because of the fact that him punching the ground was the punch through reality that Manchester Black needed.
Yeah. That's literally why I eked out Captain America over this, because I felt like it was a little wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, and how to explain Manchester Black's whereabouts and coming back.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't like any of that. I didn't like. I liked Manchester Black being here,
yeah,
but I didn't like the explanation, and I didn't like how easy it was to get Superboy Prime to punch through, because like he punches constantly. So I would imagine that kind of punch, he gotta want it. But that's not a normal punch.
Yeah. He knows what that punch is. He knows not to get there. I would think.
Yeah, like did he do it on purpose? Is that the implication? It didn't feel like that to me. So that I didn't love.
Yeah.
Mm.
I did like the 9-panel grid Tom King jab.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
that was
dude.
so
That
good.
was funny because he mentions like, "Oh no, I don't want to be in a Tom King book," and then the next panel is a war book. I don't know. That seemed a little on the nose, you know.
Yeah, dude.
At least it wasn't the Desert Storm.
The Bruce Timm style
Dude,
Superman.
give me that action figure. McFarlane, I know you only got the license for so long. That's what I want.
Oh, that was cool. That was rad. Random
Yeah.
Swamp Thing appearance.
Yeah, I did like it. So Dan Mora will put Swamp Thing in any book he can. You ever notice that? He always finds a way to put Swamp Thing in there.
Let
Oh
him.
yeah.
It's Swamp Thing and those the fucking Tiger Fire guy, Caderos or something that him and Mark Waid made in World's Finest.
Oh yes. Yo, that was cool. He's just so versatile. He's so talented. Like to be able to draw this in all of these flavors and then decide, no, the thing that I want to draw is the stuff you've already seen, the superhero stuff. But if I need to, I can whip this shit out. This shit ain't hard for me. This is a Wednesday.
Yeah,
Did
this
you
was great.
Did you guys see the I think it's a Chris Burnham cover. It's a variant. It's Superboy Prime versus a long box. And it's him trying to put together a long box.
That's so funny.
I'm looking at it now. You got it on screen. That's
Yeah,
fucking
it's pretty. I might have to go and
hilarious.
find that. It's really fucking good.
Unreal, dude. Pull. Strong pull.
Oh my god.
Close
Yeah.
to pick of the week. Yeah.
Same.
Let's see what you guys are saying. A lot of pick of the weeks. That's exactly what I anticipated for this one. I knew you guys would eat this up. 50% pick of the week. 31% didn't buy or read. That's crazy. 15% pull and pass is 4%.
Ooh. David Lord
Oh.
Arceus. Short box over long box.
Nah.
I have a soft spot in my heart for long boxes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on what your comic book collection is looking like, but I have way too many comics to put them in short boxes. I'd have to have 50 million short boxes.
Yeah. Because of that, short box for me. I like that. It forces me to stop somewhere.
Yeah, but you throw your comic books away. Well, excuse me, you give them away, and you also cut them up.
Yeah.
Damn.
We're
Self-harm.
different kinds of readers. Well, not readers, but collectors. I don't
No, you are different types of readers. Marco doesn't even get to the finish of the book.
Fair. Oh shoot. We got a couple super chats here. One from Common Sense 499. This might be a jab at Jim Lee. Thinks comics are only superhero genre, not romance or fantasy. Williamson's done more research than Jim Lee. Respect.
I don't think that's fair to Jim Lee. Jim Lee's talked about how comics can be genre. Just because he hasn't done it doesn't mean he doesn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Like I think Jim Lee's actively talked about that. How like comics can be anything recently, even so.
Verse 2304 dropping $9.99 on us. First time I'm seeing you chat and a super chat. Listen, that is a very easy way to become a valued regular around these parts. Hey everyone, sorry for jumping in late. Has anyone mentioned that Marvel's recent changes, including the Ultimate Universe, might be their way of clearing the board for Brad Winderbaum? Okay, so no, and there's a good reason why not. The Brad Winderbaum announcement is too recent.
Yeah.
And comic books happen and decisions are made and unfold over too long of a timeline for that. Brad Winderbaum's rise was precipitated by Dan Buckley exiting. And that is a very recent occurrence. So there's no way that the Ultimate Universe ending could be tied to that. Especially because Dan Buckley will continue to serve in his position for the next year, at least, I believe they said.
Yeah. He's transitioning off the beginning of next year,
Yeah.
something like that.
So maybe it's 6 months, but either way, he's still the decision maker at Marvel until that point. So, all right, let's get into. Oh, but thank you so much. We appreciate your comment and your super chat. All right, Flash, last book on the docket for tonight. Flash 34. It's written by Ryan North with good guy Gavin Guidry on the art, Adriano Lucas on the colors, Buddy Bedoin on the letters. So it's the Flash versus Gorilla Grodd as the Flash tries to figure out exactly how his flashes of influence power works. With the help of Mr. Terrific, he determines something that could change the game for not just the Flash, but literally all of humanity if he decides to use his powers for good. But yeah, that's really what happens in the book. I think what the magic of this comic is really kind of in Gavin's part for me this time around.
Yeah, the art's really good. I mean, it's Gavin, and I think that I can't really show it on here because the way our layouts work, but that double page spread of like the choose your own adventure type thing was a lot. How many panels is that?
Oh boy. Let's see.
You
So
do some multiplication there.
40.
Holy shit! Imagine reading the script. About 40 panel double page spread. I thought it was great. But that's like a very Ryan North thing. This is something North has been doing since like Squirrel Girl doing in like Adventure Time comics. It's playing with the medium in a real goofy kind of way. So like I was reading this, I'm like, this is a classic North one and done book. And I really enjoyed it. And then like Gavin, icing on the cake.
We lost Marco.
Sorry, I was
He's reading the book. You forgot to read it.
I was forming my thoughts.
He needs a flash of insight.
The I'm in a weird spot with North script in a lot of these. I like his ideas and his concepts, the way he's thinking about, the Bayesian model that we use for inference, and that's how we like make decisions, and that's why we can predict. We have like a model to predict stuff like that. That's a lot of like psychology and a lot of stuff that is happening currently in the space, and so it's interesting to read and to see that he's tapped in to that stuff. And I, I like his ideas, but the execution is a little flat for me sometimes. And they're quirky, they're charming, they can do interesting things like that double page spread, but the narrative I'm not in love with. I'm not enjoying or I feel like I haven't really been engrossed by who Flash is as a character. Like right now he's just kind of like figuring shit out. And I think I need a bit more of the emotional core for me to make these moments, the sciencey nerdy parts, meaningful from an emotional standpoint. And Gavin's art is really strong. I think the only critique I had was Mr. Terrific's face. A lot of the same sort of mouth, a lot of the same sort of smile, felt a little static. In that like it's very still. It wasn't as dynamic as some of the other characters he's been drawing, or even in the especially Flash. So yeah, I can see the craft. It's not connecting with me in the way that I want.
Well, you want to know who made it into this comic book? You're muted, buddy.
Is that BJ in the back?
Nope.
Who is it?
That's our ops. That's our good buddy Blurred and his whatever that other guy is. Yeah, they're in this one. Gavin drew them in.
Oh, is that was?
Yeah. They're in the back on the first page.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gavin.
You know.
He took us to dinner. That makes up for it.
So how long did it take you guys to achieve the good ending in the choose your own adventure part?
Second time.
Yeah,
Nice.
same.
Yeah, I just think
Second or-
it's the
yeah.
way I was. You have to read it. You have to read it in the direction you would normally read a comic, and eventually it got there.
Well, also he color codes it, right? It's yellow as opposed to the red.
Oh,
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess so.
yeah. If you follow the yellow, you will win. I didn't
Yellow
know
Brick
that.
Road.
Yellow brick road. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Gavin's Gorillas really fucking good.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I think about like there's so many people who draw Gorilla Grodd, and sometimes it does. Gavin's in the chat. He's like, it's before everything. Hey, it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. I'm saying if you want to put a guy with a propeller hat in it, I'll just claim it's me.
Oh man.
But Gavin,
Welcome, Gavin.
your gorillas are fucking good. Okay, I don't. John Romita Jr. is one of my favorite artists of all time. His Gorilla Grodd and the Superman Bendis run, laughable in what it looks like. It is charming in the way it is so not a gorilla. Gavin, were you at the zoo? Does New Orleans have a zoo? Were you just chilling there? Or were we looking at like old Harambe videos or something? Because that's some damn good gorilling you did.
Yeah, I thought the gorillas looked really good. I really, really loved that choose your own adventure page. I was stuck. Um, I failed it like 3 times, 3 or 4 times. I didn't realize what Marco pointed out about the yellow bolt, but I
I
was
didn't
also
either.
just fascinated by how cool the concept was. Like I wanted to see every panel. I wanted to read what was going on, and I think for me at least that enhanced the story. Because it's all about Flash trying
Yeah.
different avenues to succeed or fail. So I felt like it was a genius choice to do that because I felt brought into that process this way. I really, really, really like that whole beat. And then
It,
I'm a big fan of Grodd. Go
ooh,
ahead.
I was gonna say the what you just said, like how it kind of shows you the process of Flash, but it's also Flash learning this power too. So
Yeah.
like it's still progressing the story of the Flash and this new power that he has in the context of the book and in a fun gimmick as well.
Yeah. Yep. He's
Good
also
point.
learning more about his enemy. He's learning
Sure.
that his traditional approach to Grodd won't work. And this gives him the ability to think through different avenues to try to find success.
That's a good point. Yeah, like he's trialing each individual sort of sequence.
Yeah. Yeah. I really, really appreciated that. Um, I guess I'm not sure. Like I like this. I enjoyed this issue a lot. I'm just not sure where this book is going. If right now it feels Fantastic Four-y in
Yes.
terms of like it's just sort of not individualized stories, but stories with like a looser through line. Like right now, the focus of this arc is that Flash has this new power, and that's cool. And it's giving them a way to use different villains and stuff like that. But it doesn't feel like there's an overarching antagonist, which I personally would like. But we're getting Heat Wave next, so that's going to be interesting. This gives Ryan a way to do sort of what Fantastic Four is doing, where it's doing like different science-y, like problem solving things with different villains each time who have different elements that they're in power of, or just different things that it brings out of Flash. I really do like that.
And they're kind of like one and done. Like there was the Captain Cold was in a couple issues, like 2 of them, like prominently. Grodd is in this one issue, so it's kind of letting Gavin and Ryan kind of just play with the Flash's rogues gallery. Who like the Flash's rogues probably like outside of Spider-Man and Batman, probably my favorite rogues. For like a solo hero. So like just being able to like do a tour with those characters is a lot of fun.
Gavin said that the Tarzan cartoon was
Oh,
a reference. I so see that, dude. I
yeah.
so see that. I used to watch that show literally every morning before school, and looking at your gorillas, I was like, wow, like I like the way they look. There's something familiar about them to me. They look like the main gorilla from not the main gorilla, but the one who's
Kerchak?
like played by Rosie O'Donnell.
Turk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mom?
it's Turk and there's Kerchak.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually have a Tarzan related question for you guys. You think you ever clap gorilla cheeks?
No,
Why not?
This is
I can think
people.
of a few reasons.
He feels different. He feels othered.
I'm just saying. I think he did.
Where's the splash, the little sound effect yourself? Bonk him.
uh, easy pull.
Yeah, pull.
No question about it.
It's good stuff. Let's see where you guys land. Oh no. Didn't buy a read is 48%. Pull 41%, pick of the week 9%, and pass is just 3%. Okay.
That's still literally 50-50.
Yeah.
Dude, CW, I always have them. I'm always flagged up. Okay. I don't pull them out as much because, whatever. But yeah, that definitely deserved a red flag. You're right. You are right, brother.
And near it's I don't think about it on the daily, but monthly.
Oh my God. Monthly. Yo, William Lee, I just joined live stream and we talk about clapping cheeks.
Gorilla
sorry.
cheeks specifically.
Thank you for the clarification.
Anatomically, they're not much different.
Oh, boy, oh boy.
The
That's
gorillas over
it. We
here.
got through the reviews. We did it.
We did,
But
yeah.
we're not done. We're not done. We've still got the stack to do. And I want you guys to send those numbers in right now.
Well,
I had an interesting experience in my LCS this week, and it started before I entered my LCS.
the stag was that bad.
I was exiting the subway, and somebody stopped me and said, "Hey," I had my headphones on, and this was a day where I could have breathed fire. Okay, that's how I was feeling inside. I could have breathed fire. So I really was like, "What the fuck?" I'm being stopped, and the person was like, "Hey, are you from the Comics Pals?"
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And so it was actually a listener. So a very good guy. I want to say hello to Luke, who stopped me. Thank you for taking the time to acknowledge me. I really appreciated that. And Luke said that his favorite stuff that we do or that we've done so far are the deep dives. So it's really nice to hear that. Thank you. But there was one thing that Luke said that I didn't like. Luke said I should actually subscribe to you guys now.
What?
Oh, yeah,
Luke.
watch your stuff.
What are you doing,
Luke.
Luke?
What are we doing, bro?
Big dog.
Hopefully you see this. I don't know what you watch. If you watch this, I don't know what show you watch, but brother, how you watching us? How you love our deep dives? You know how long ago it was I did that damn deep dive? You still haven't subscribed? I didn't earn your sub. Jesus Christ! What
Now
do
you
I have
gotta
to
make
do?
a burner now. You gotta make a burner and subscribe twice.
Do I have to come on here as a villain? Do I have to get up on here as Doctor Doom?
Oh,
You spent $10 on
shit.
that, Sean?
In order for you to 15. In order for you to subscribe, is that what I have to do? Is that what it takes? Because I'll do it. But at subscribe, I'll do a lot. Thank you, Luke. Luke, where are you now?
Before we do the stack, Marco did want to do a quick hit.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I wanted to talk about The Eye Collector by Jonathan Ball and GMB Chumachuk. Steve had asked in the Discord as well what I thought about it, and this is when I called out in the house previews. And this was a weird one, guys. This was a bit more graphic designy. Let me pull up a page. Then I think in some instances comic book. It deals with this spacecraft that goes out, is trying to circle the moon, and suddenly this monstrous creature comes and takes over the ship and individually kind of seemingly kills some of the passengers, except for one who is scarred as he returns back from the ship and lands back on Earth, and that's it. He took his eye. That's kind of it. I don't know that I necessarily had the most fun with it. I was looking forward to it, but at the back, the writer Jonathan Ball does mention that this began as a screenplay, so adapted into a comic, and I kind of felt it. So, for what it's worth, the art was cool, but the story itself was a bit lacking. Was lacking actually. So, The Eye Collector by Jonathan Ball.
Well, and I guess there are some people in the chat wanting me to do a quick take on Spider-Man 31. I have not heard your guys' review on this yet.
Oh yeah.
I've only seen the comments to Sean's comments. I've not seen Sean's comments on this. I have to go back. It's on the Spotify now, so I can listen to it. Hot take. I was mostly positive on it.
Yeah, we figured.
Well, that's exact, Marco. Did I not say that shit?
Yep.
Here's the thing. I thought the back and forth between the really heartwarming talk and this fight club for villains was weird. I think tonally and the staccato of the story was bad. I did not like that. But it's drawn by Patrick Gleason, so I did like it actually. It's a huge retcon and doesn't make much sense. But fuck it, we ball. I'll see what happens with it. I don't know. Who knows?
That cannot be your full review. You got to talk about what you think about the reveal.
Well, there's a new Vulture.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, the reveal, like, it's not really a reveal for me because he's been around for the last 4 issues. That fact that this is like another son for May and Uncle Ben. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have a real opinion on this yet because I don't know what story they're trying to tell yet. If it's just another side character for Spider-Man, I think that's dumb. If there is a bigger story that has a reason for it, I'm okay with letting them cook. I don't really have a full opinion for this because it's only the infancy or full adulthood in this case. But yeah, I don't know. I thought the actual story of May talking about, trying to conceive and the troubles of, childbirth is a real thing for people. And I thought that was like something we don't get in comics. And I thought that was kind of nice to see. But also the same idea, like this is her actual son that just got lost. A little weird. Don't go to that hospital, guys. Bad review on that hospital. But we'll see. I'm also pretty sure that I knocked out my twin in the womb. So sometimes things happen to babies.
You won that race, huh?
Oh, I did.
All right. I'll start going down the list. We got Patrick Zay with 20, Entertain Me 19, Hayden's Hideout 20, Cruden 17, CW Gordon 22, B Mitch 21, R Spain 18, David the Lord Arceus 12, Steve Canaris 24, Ted H 35, One Day Bud, Jamzilla 21, Neon Knight 19, James Jones 19, Green Jay 25, Wow 32, Shillen Warburg 28, Typical Spider 14, Robbie Darwish 22, Rand 53, hot damn. Not how this game works, bud. Ahmad Russell 19, Samuel Summers 11, and I think that's at the bottom. Typical Spider 14. You already said yours, but I think you changed it. Garrick the Taylor 16. Oh, and Lucas Hollner 22.
All right, let's run it down. King Spawn, number 56. This may well be the last issue of King Spawn that I ever read. We'll see. Corpse Knight, number 3. Detective Comics, 1110. Escape, number 8.
Nice.
Justice League Unlimited, 20. Summer of Supergirl Special, number 1. I understand it's Supergirl week and we didn't get this on the show. You guys could have, you didn't. Green Lantern, 36. The Hab, number 3. Void Rivals, 31. For some reason, this cover was like 1 per customer. It's
Who's on it?
Ito.
Junji Ito?
Connor Hughes. No, Ito. It just goes by Ito, I guess.
Yo, like my
Yeah.
God. Why is it what a
And
weird.
Infernal Hulk.
17?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think anybody got that. Oh no, Cruden 95. Congrats. You are the winner.
Wow. Rooted. First time seeing their chat ever, and they win. Amazing.
Oh, speaking of first time, Monty Dada, first time catching the show live. The Superman comics kicked ass this week. Hell yeah.
Hey, what's up, Monty? Been seeing you in our comments section. Good to have you live with us. Ito is a hot artist right now, says Neon Knight. Okay, so I hadn't heard Ito.
I'm looking him up right
Ito
now.
before.
He did some Metal Gear art that looks so good.
Oh, that's
Oh.
cool. That's cool. Renee is Spawn, bro. I do. I think I do because it's gotta hook me, man. I don't understand how we got Spawn, one of the coolest characters in comics, and the first two issues are focused on random little kids. Like I want Spawn. I don't want children.
Yeah, Sean, you need to pick up Wolfman?
Okay, there's a reason.
Okay.
I had a stack that was over 20 books.
Damn.
And I said, why?
Oh,
Every
gross.
time I buy one of these Universal Monster books, I don't read them. The only two I read were the first two, and I really liked them. But with Phantom of the Opera, I haven't read one of them. So I don't want to keep buying things that I'm probably not going to get to anytime soon, and that led to me dropping 4 titles this week.
You might just be a trade waiter for those, honestly.
Then I'm never going to read them.
Yeah, you don't buy trades really, do you?
No. Oh,
Oh.
Samuel Summers dropped 5 on us to give us a quick review of King Spawn 56, the aforementioned Spawn title. I have a quick review of King Spawn 56 written by your boy Matthew Rosenberg. I'm not liking it. Pass. That's quick and definitive, Samuel. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
So should I even bother then?
I don't
I mean,
know.
You
Doesn't
already
sound
talked
like
about
it.
it on Pal's preview, so you kind of have to. Timeline wise,
Well, I talked about Spawn, the main
fair,
Spawn, 377.
fair.
Oh man, Coltrane says, "Did anybody read the new Mind Management?" Marco?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually. That's one thing from Kint I've never touched.
Wait. Wait.
His
Matt
biggest
Kint's
thing?
his biggest thing that he
His
made
biggest-
board games from. You're a big Matt Kint fan.
Literally the only thing I've not done. I've done Save Now. I've done anything he does with Tyler Jenkins. But not Mind Management is a gap.
That's like saying, "Oh, I love Elvis. You know, he's one of my favorite actors, and his holiday albums are great." I haven't listened to his main stuff.
But he has such output, that dude.
You're literally the only Matt Kent fan I know.
I bet I'd love it.
I can read it.
Yeah, you have the ability to figure this out.
It doesn't have to be a question.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Saturday at 10:15, you will see all 3 of us. No special guests. It's gonna be the 3 of us since we weren't able to be together last week. I figure you must want to see us hang out. What are we gonna talk about? There's some big news. The Ultimate Universe just ended, but also a particular manga was announced. An absolute Batman manga. Anime, excuse me.
Oh
Sorry.
my God. I was like,
sorry.
what?
Fake fan.
Misspoke. So I am a fake fan of manga and anime.
Not a weeb.
Definitely not. So we will see you guys then. Until then, peace, pals.